Hey, yo, what's good, my people? What's good? I'm that boy they call Big Tone, one half of the Chronic OGs podcast. Latest edition to Make America Great Again with your boy, Big Tone. Hit those buttons for me. All that good shit, like, share, repost, holler at your boy. Hey, look, this is the problem with congressional members right here. So I'm flipping through the channels, and I saw this interview with from MS Now, I guess they call it, whatever the fuck that means. MS Now and this Republican senator. Now he has a lot to say about the boat strikes, right? He has a lot to say about the boat strikes. Now watch. So the dude, he was asking him about the boat strikes, and then he asked him about watch what I'm saying.
Now to the matter of the boat strike in the Caribbean.
Just hang in there.
About the September 2nd
It's a couple minutes long.
Which included a subsequent rocket that was launched that killed a couple of men who were hanging on to the side of the boat. We heard Secretary of Defense Hegseth offer his explanation yesterday as to what happened. You voted to confirm the secretary back in January. Some of your Republican colleagues have called into question what happened there. We know there's going to be some hearings on the Hill in the next couple of days, some closed door testimony. Do you still believe Secretary of Defense Hegseth is the right man for the job? What concerns, if any, do you have about what you learned about the September strike?
Yeah, I stand beside Secretary Hegseth. I'm reminded of something President Eisenhower once said, that I hate war as only a soldier who lived it can, with all its brutality and futility. Look, we're losing 200 Americans every day to drug poisoning from these drug lords. This is a war.
There's no rules there's no war. This isn't a war. They trying to declare it a war because they trying to keep this shit going into the election and not have no election during wartime. This is not a fucking war.
And it's ugly. War is never pretty. I want to gather all the facts, of course. Let's gather the facts, but let's not pronounce judgment here. All I can say is that strike probably saved thousands of American lives. Again, we're losing a couple hundred Americans every day to this drug poisoning, and I think that these strikes are slowing down the import of those deadly drugs. Emphasize, this is poisoning, not just overdoses. These are poisonings.
So, Senator, on that, a follow-up.
Now watch this shit. Watch how he stuttering, fucking clam up and shit. Watch this.
Follow-up. It is. Fentanyl does not necessarily come from Venezuela. I know President Trump has really said that's discouraged. He's worried about that's not from Venezuela, but more so, you just rightly outlined the dangers posed by drugs. So, what expectation do you have for President Trump offering a pardon to the former president of Honduras, who prosecutors said ran a massive drug cartel, including sending tons and tons of it to the United States?
Yeah, I don't know the details of that particular part. I'm happy to look into it, but I just can't really speak to it.
He had a lot to say about the boat strikes, right? He had a lot to say about the boat strikes. Now he can't speak to the shit. See, here lies the fucking problem. But watch what Mika do. Watch what Mika do.
All right, Republican.
Okay. All right. So, no thought on the fact that he was pardoned?
Well, again, I think it's unfair to, without me researching the details of that pardon, to give you any type of an answer. I'm a doctor. If you ask me a question, I don't have a good answer or a factual answer, I'm going to say I don't know. I'm happy to go research it. I'm really locked in on healthcare right now, trying to bring down the cost of healthcare for Americans and make our lives more affordable.
Republican Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas, thank you very much.
That's Senator Roger Marshall from Kansas, and therein lies the fucking problem. See, number one, if you really wanted to lower the cost of health care for millions of Americans, why the fuck did you vote for the big, beautiful bill? That's number one. So, wrong answer. But more importantly, he had so much fucking shit to say about them boat strikes. So you've had time to research that? You've had, the shit just happened, the shit just came out, but you have time to research that, but you don't know shit about the motherfucker that's being pardoned. You're in the fucking Senate. It's only one You're one of 100 fucking people who has this job. And your job is to know what the fuck is going on with our country. And you're trying to tell me you don't know shit about the motherfucker that's being pardoned? But you know everything about these fucking boat strikes and the second strike and how many people being killed. That boat strike saved hundreds of thousands of people and all of this other shit you know. But you don't know shit about the pardon or the motherfucker that's being pardoned, the ex-president of Honduras. And therein lies the fucking problem in Congress. And I don't give a fuck if it's Democrat or Republican. When the motherfuckers claim up like that, they should not have that position. And here's why. They supposed to have the answers. You can't keep asking Mike Johnson shit and he don't know. That's out of my lane. That's out of my lane. You're the third most important. Is you the vice? Is the president, the vice president, and you, motherfucker. But it's out of your lane. It's out of your lane. It's out of your lane. This motherfucker right here, it's only 100 senators. 50. 2 for each fucking state. And you don't know? See, that's the fucking problem. I'm that boy they call Big Tone. I'm out.